in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's Next Level Fight Club 7. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I am Vince Ferrara alongside Casey Oxendine. We're at the NC State Fairgrounds in the Kerr Building today, a super venue for MMA, the home of Next Level Fight Club. And what a main event we've got for you in the lightweight division. It's Marquise Daniels, a veteran of the sport, taking on Dewan Owens, an even bigger veteran of the sport. Unbelievable, this matchup. Casey, what do you think?
A tremendous matchup.
Welcome to Valor Fights 37. We're at Cleveland State Community College in Cleveland, Tennessee. I'm Vince Ferrara alongside Ben Sargent, Casey Oxendine. What a main event we've got for you here tonight. College football fans, how about former Alabama football player Eric Anders? He's undefeated in MMA. He's taking on the very tough Jesse Grun in our main event. And Ben, start us out telling us about Eric.
Eric Anders, he's very explosive, so very tough.
That's our main event. A lot of intrigue in this one. Eric Anders, Jesse Grun, a middleweight bout tonight in our main event. But we've got a full night of MMA in store for you. Valor Fights 37 at Cleveland State Community College, and it starts next.
Not a huge concern for me. I think at the wide receiver position it is, because that's a position that hadn't been able to stay healthy. A lot of those guys that are in spring practice right now haven't been able to stay healthy, and you don't have Josh Malone here in the spring. So that's the one area. But they also have 4 new guys coming in that can maybe contribute. You're having to cut practices short because of all the reps that the players are having to take, especially on the defensive line.
Yes.
And another one is running back. That might be another area, because you're pretty thin there, even though you're elite with Hurd and Kamar.
Right, you are elite, and John Kelly.
Best case scenario, I agree with Chuck, would be 11, because you'd have that exception for those types of schools. But 12 would be much better than the current situation now. And what it'd have to do, what would have to happen is the Power 5 would have to have more unity in their scheduling. They'd have to have their conference schedules at the same time, and then you'd have your non-conference early in the week, so therefore the whole pool is available for you to schedule.
Yes.
Vince Ferrara, Josh Ward here at Neyland Stadium after Tennessee picks up victory number 8 on the season, a 63-37 win over the Missouri Tigers. And Josh, another wild game. This is what we've come to expect, Big 12 type of games with a ton of offense and not much defense happening. Your thoughts on the senior day win for Tennessee?
Yeah, a lot of yards in this game.
Another game for Josh Dobbs on senior day. Final time he gets to perform at Neyland Stadium. Another game where he accounts for 5 total touchdowns. He's done it a number of times this year. Great way to go out. Butch Jones in the postgame saying he could run for president. He's really meant a lot to this program. Showed out in his final game big time.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs has meant a lot to Tennessee.
What do you think just watching it?
Well, I think overall Vince accounted for himself pretty well to go the distance against a legendary fighter in John Jones. Maybe not only the best pound-for-pound fighter in the light heavyweight division, but maybe even in all of the UFC ever. And he's not an old guy either. So I think that was quite an accomplishment. John Jones wasn't quite what he used to be in his prime, but still, after a layoff, there was some rust there, but he's still very good. So I thought there was things that Vince St. Preux could have done a little bit more. If he was more active with his strikes, he was effective when he would strike, but it wasn't frequent enough. And John Jones was winning round after round. And then finally, when he took him down, that's an area where John Jones is just dominant. So I thought Vince did a good job. He was patient, didn't put himself in too many difficult situations, but still, I'm sure he feels like he could do things better, and he'll get another opportunity for sure.
And how difficult is this too? Not only are you facing one of the best fighters out there, you have 3 weeks. Like, he found out about 3 weeks before this fight. I mean, how much more of a challenge is that, too?
It is, and cardio is probably the biggest thing. I talked to Scott Holtzman, another UFC fighter from Knoxville today, and he said with the bigger guys, it's tougher on short notice to be able to have the cardio to go the distance. So with the smaller guys, it's easier to get that cardio. So that was a factor, but, Vince, that's why he was pacing himself. That's why he was patient. He was able to go the 5 rounds, and in the 4th round, he was bouncing around pretty good. It's just that there wasn't the offense to go along with that cardio, so that certainly was a factor.
Obviously on a really big stage for this fight, but what does this do for OSP moving forward?
Well, I think he still stays in the top 10, to be honest with you. I haven't seen the updated rankings as of yet, but I don't think he'll fall much at all, if at all. And Dana White said that this helps his stock, because he went toe-to-toe with John Jones.
Yeah.
That's something the UFC is not sleeping on. It's a huge accomplishment. He was proud of himself afterwards. Some people have criticized Ovin St. Preux for that. I don't think you should. I think he should have been proud of what he did. He knows he still can get better, so he'll get good fights. There's plenty of good guys, name guys in the division, so I think he'll be able to get good fights and not fall in the rankings.
Vince, we appreciate it. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Courtney.
All right, we'll send it back to you.